I want to do this video for one guy. They are calling that guy very dark man. VDM as bandits strike your people. You go there and be saying rubbish. Warn your people. This is just the beginning, very dark man. Warn them. This is just the beginning. They never see something. And I want to tell you something. Fulani are not like government. I'm seeing you in social media abusing government, doing this. Fulani are not like government. You have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. Last month, I come meet with one video. Benue State people, they give Fulanis 14 days to come out in their states. That one is rubbish now. They don't have that right to chase out Fulani in their state. Whether to state peace with Fulani or they should leave Benue State. You can see the number of cows they are killing in Benue State in this season. They are killing innocent Fulani in Benue State. You didn't say anything, but now, after this strike, you go there, be saying nonsense. So you have to be very careful. This is just the beginning. This is just the first strike. So Nigeria are not like government. So be careful, very dark now.
Alright, so you don't hear the message when I received today. So I was able to check the TikTok handle that sent it. This is the face of the person and this is the TikTok. Me, I'm not even bothered about the threat. You understand? I'm not bothered because even him where they make the video, now out of fear, now I make that video. You don't fear, so okay, this guy don't create awareness around this issue. Maybe it's time to drop a video that will scare him. But that's not my problem. He said something in the video. He said, if Benue people will not learn to live with the Fulanis, then the Benue people should leave their state. That's a very strong statement. And then he also said that is just one attack and there will be multiple attacks coming soon for the Benue people. Well, I believe so we get government, and I don't know why these people are so confident to be posting these things online. Again, no be the first time. So it don't be me like normal thing now. But at the end of the day, it is not normal. You know, when somebody go just come online, drop something. If you defame anybody online, they will track you down, they'll carry you come. They will arrest you if you defame. According to them, defamation, any big man, they'll go arrest you. But when these guys come out to threaten the government officials, they don't go fit talk. You understand? Anyways, my brother, I would like to tender an apology to you, but I would like to tender the apology in person. I won't see you, make I beg you. Say me, you know, verse, say I go Benue State, go create awareness surrounding the issue. I want to beg you one-on-one. You understand? Please, brother, you can drop me your location. You know, I can even send you a DM. I'll send you a DM now. If you send me your location, if you send you my own, you understand, so that you come, then I will apologize to you for going to Benue State to raise an awareness. And this one where you talk, say, okay, when I go still go there, go attack. My brother, you better prepare yourself, oh. Prepare yourself. Because I want to believe, say, the Benue youths, they're not going to sleep by this kind of time. So don't make that attack too far. Any attack you want to do, don't make it too far. Do it soon. You understand? And Benue youth, they are not playing. That's the only thing I can tell you. That's the only thing I can tell you. Peace and love, don't play. If you play, go and learn and you go down the hard way.
The net of Fulani Janjaweed VDM that will pay solidarity support to people of Benue and calling for justice has offended the Fulani oligarchy again, and he has been declared wanted.
Yes.
When you are not a police officer, how can you declare somebody wanted?
I think we are going to see more of VDMs in Nigeria any moment from now. They are going to rise, and you can see the social critic is everywhere. And why people are following him is that they feel that VDM is on the right track. You know, see, I'm keep on telling you, you know, people are looking at who is going to lead the revolution, social revolution, economic revolution. revolution, political revolution, who is going to lead? And figures are showing that, you know, they have the capacity to lead social revolution. You know, BDM is a Biafra. If I can tell you that, you know, the economic people are Biafra people. Yes, yes.
I thought it's a Benema.
It's economic that's what it is, you know, and no matter how anybody say it, you know, but that is what it is currently now. And I think from that angle, that's where how the Fulanis are looking at him, and they're trying to declare him wanted. You can't be doing this, but I can tell you that this thing does not start now. I can remember why at a very particular time. Come to think of it, why is it that the Sultan of Sokoto, the emirs in the north, are not speaking up? Why the silence
about the killing?
Why the deep silence
about the killing, continuous killing in Plateau, Taraba, and Benue State?
The federal government is quiet. The politicians are quiet. The governors of the northern extraction are quiet. The governors of the western Yoruba land is quiet. The one in the eastern part of the country, those ones are dead.
Like a drug. Nobody talks
so
like
I'm
a dead drug.
Now, you know, so what does that actually mean? This is a very clear thing, a sealed deal. Then people are going to rise, and the Southerners are going to rise because, you know, there's going to be a face-off, you know, between the North and South split. They're going to split. They are splitting now, you know, and it was for the Fulani agenda, extremists, jihadi, to start threatening VDM at this point in time. You know, that means they have also declared war on the social circle of Nigeria. And of course, when you declare war on the social circle of Nigeria, we are talking about the Nollywood, we are talking about the entertainment industry, we are talking about, you know, the media industry, we are talking about everything that has to do with socialism. You know, you've declared war on it because that is what VDM represents. So it is going to be an outbreak, you know, that will trigger the revolution, the much awaited revolution that will bring the world attention to Biafra. The Benue people are already shouting Biafra, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, shouting Biafra, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, shouting Biafra, free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You can see the crowd, you know. You can see the crowd. You can see the crowd.
Are they Igbos? Are Benue people? Who are they Igbos?
No, I said the Doma people.
Okay, Doma people.
The Doma people are predominantly. We have how many communities that are Igbo communities?
From the title of their traditional ruler self, it's so that.
Yes. You know, the Ochi Udoma. Yes. Ochi Udoma, you know, what do you mean? In Igbo language, Ochichi means a leader. You know, Onyenachi, that's somebody who is a leader. Onyenachi, somebody who is leading. You know, then in the other angle, you know, instead of saying Ochichi, they say Ochi Udoma. So if you don't understand, you think that Ochi is an Idoma word. It means the same thing with Ochichi. It's the same Ochi. That is what we are talking about. As simple as that.
The name of current traditional ruler even sound like Igbo.
That's what I'm saying, you know. So a lot of things. So it is these things that we are looking at, and that is what the Fulanis want. That is what the British system left for the old Eastern province. They make sure they are fragmented, they make sure they are not together, so that they create this kind of confusion. That is what it is. So you can see, you know, in that extraction, this is why we say, I'm a dumb. But look at them, ab initio, who we are they. We'll still find out in Kogi that are presently in the Igbo people in Kogi State. Today, they are there. You know?
When we're talking about the balkanization of this country, there are some areas that baffle me. That when we want to call about North, I think politically when we are talking now, we talk about North start from Kwara State, from our axis here. So when we say all those Norths should be going, and they have minority Christian, don't you think that we are giving our brother, we just throw them away to the Fulani to go and deal with them?
Yeah.
If they were able to go with us,
yes.
Let
me tell you. Let me tell you very clearly. The world should understand that and correct the impression, whether it's a mistake or an evil referendum that was done that allowed NCNC during Azikiwe and that era, and we saw Southern Cameroon succeed. Southern Cameroon was part of Biafra Abination. That is the truth. That the place they are calling Amazonia now.
There was a referendum.
Yes, it was a referendum that seated them there.
To Cameroon.
So it was a deliberate act by the British system to make sure that these people, you know, because of the sophistication, all these things will be looked into properly. We can sign a treaty. What do you call? That's what I said. Biafra is going to be run as a province, and where every region, every province will be independent. You run your own thing the way you want. You run on, but under a Biafra nation. Because Biafra, the word Biafra, is already a promised name. Originated, I believe, from as old as the earth. The name Biafra is as old as the earth. It was not a Lugard. It was not Oju. It was not anybody. So, what we are saying at this point in time is that, they are threatening VDM, and I can tell you from that angle, there is going to be a serious resistance, and we are going to see so many dramas ahead. People who are watching this video, please should extend this video, allow this video to be shared, among Nigerians, and that is the reality. If the House of Assembly, Benue House of Assembly can acknowledge this is a conquest, and some senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria can say it clearly that this is a conquest.
And their traditional ruler, agree with us that this is a conquest agenda.
Of course, I saw him speaking when Bola Tinubu, president of Nigeria, arrived, and he said there's nothing anybody can tell anybody about it. And unfortunately, the governor of Benue State, Aliyah, or Reverend Aliyah, whatever they call him, has a Muslim background just like Obama. You can see, and he's telling the people not to defend themselves.
That's very dumb.
So this is he might have entered a certain agreement with the Fulani before he became governor. You see the problem now. We saw it very clearly. You saw Ojuzo Okalo, they turban him from here to Shagamu. They are turbaning all of them. You can see the silence by Enugu State governor. Well, people are still dying. You see, because this thing has opened the corridor. What is happening in Benue has opened the border boundaries between Benue and Enugu State, and we are seeing the rescue, the refuge, trooping into Enugu State, for safety. And yes, they are allowed. The doors are open for them, because they have to seek refuge there, because they are seeing the Biafra as their only hope. They have seen Biafra as where they can run to and be safe. And considering the fact that what happened in 1967, they saw the strength and the ingenuity of the Biafrans during the Nigerian Biafran War. Even though the whole world stood and fought that particular tribe for 4 years, they were not able until ceasefire came. So that is what it is. The life of a very dark man now, because he is standing for the truth, and you can see they are already 30. Last time too, when he mentioned we're trying to ask questions why the Sultan of Sokoto and the Emir should be silent. You can see what came out at the end of the day. They were trying to attack him, and he was asking questions. Why this silence? Why are they not speaking up? But we saw what happened in Edo State. Was all the whole Northern governor rose up and begin to question the rationale behind the alleged hunters, that was put to trial by the Edo youths.
You went to a particular place that I wanted to go, but you are there ahead of me. I want to ask you that which spirit, do you think is pushing this VDM man? Or he has this kind of a strange, ideology or power of agitation that look like an unrelenting Igbo man that wants a particular thing. But you go, it's like you went there ahead of me. That's what I wanted to have. He's agitating like an Igbo man. Is this his agitation? Are you agitating for nation or anything? But this man, is the way he's agitating, so that there is energy. He has this energy that will make him look like an Igbo man agitating for something.
Yes, I don't want a very dark man to lose control because of the influence of the kind of lawyers he has as his personal lawyers. Focus on your consciousness, a very dark man. Focus on who you are, what you represent. Unless you want Nigerian factor to happen to you, just won't along the line become distracted. There's different phases of the rising of a very dark man, which we must understand. First of all, he began by laundering the the image, trying to appeal to the distress call of the poor, trying to see if there's any way he can use his influence or who he is or what he represents, to bring peace, to those who have been denied their role as citizens in the country. I think that's how he started. And he started talking to people, making sure that, some ills of the society, some malpractice, some maltreatment of the Nigerian system to the people, are being brought to, global and national limelight. I think that was how he started. And people begin to see that nobody's speaking for me. So what is no longer there to speak for me? Nobody's talking for me. Imagine I'm the kind of, what is Simone, but what are these people? At least people can say, okay, that's the direction we are going, and somebody's talking. That was the vacuum they created, and when they created the vacuum, I think to an extent, Very Dark Man saw that vacuum and he stepped in quietly, and you can see what happened in Benue is a sign of endorsement of what he's doing, and that is how these great people actually started. They are bringing people to their side now, and I can tell you, in all ramifications, just like what Davido said, it's possible that Very Dark Man has an Igbo DNA in him.
Did you see, lastly, do you see the protest led by VDM as some of the things that compel our president to visit Benue State?
I think we must give credit to City Stand, the first one. I think it started from City Stand because anybody that has not watched that City Stand should continue to watch City Stand on this platform. That's where they cry, for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, at least to show solidarity to what is happening to the Benue people. And not only that, we saw opposition leaders to the likes of Atiku, and of course we saw P2B significantly making it very clear, and even celebrating and thanking Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for having decided, to even go through the flood and understand there's no road in Nigeria, and the people we are standing on the rain, and there's a lot of things. They are almost turned that place to, campaign festival. We saw also protests from Benue youths, calling the attention of the killing. We saw a lot of things there, revelations that, but so it's part of it, but what the problem is, does that visit going to have any significant impact on the security challenges?
Does that visit going to have any significant impact on the, arresting and prosecution of all of these people?
But you chastise the IGP.
Those are the questions
he was asking the IGP, though that question was in affirmative, because you do not expect the IGP to respond to you. He said, why is it that no arrest is made? Why is it nobody can? But he was just making some, kind of statements that have no direct, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't understand. To an extent, he was saying, Nigerians hate me, I'm still the president, all this kind of a thing. We do not need to be hearing all those kind of a thing, but that is what it is. But what matters most is that he was able to register his presence, to step his foot in Benue and begin to, I think that was the first visit anyway, or to sympathize with the victims of his jihadist movement.
It is only time that we tell whether the visit of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to yield a positive result, and we are optimistic as Nigerians that the visitation of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to bring peace, and people that perpetrate evil will be brought to justice. Please don't forget to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel if you are watching for the first time.
Keep on supporting Very Dark Man.
Thank you very much.